All right, well, let's get this underway, shall we? Thanks, Odinlogi, for the Twitch Prime sub. 3 months. Amazing. A hype train to start. Oh, RSPC everything. Thank you very much for the Prime sub as well. So really nobody's ready. But anyway, let's get this started. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Wherever in the world you are tuned in to another edition of Classic Tetris Monthly. This time it is the Masters event for August 2021. And it is the orange bracket. So yeah, people love scheduling their events over my events. And I'm a very nice man, you know, and I'm like, all right, well, I'll move my event. All right. So yeah, I'm just doing it, and I'm anticipating that this is going to be a problem throughout really the rest of the year until CTWC is over. So we're going to try to do the Masters event and the Challengers event bracket by bracket throughout the month, with a wrap up semis and finals finale at the end of the month for each. And it's been very interesting trying to get 4 people to all be available at the same time. It's no, they don't have Google Calendar. I can't go check their calendars, so I gotta find other ways to figure out if everybody can meet at the same time, and pretty much they can't. So this is all a disaster in the making, and it's really been a disaster ever since December 2017. So nothing new for CTM, just finding more and more convoluted ways to be a complete disaster. But you're welcome to it. Tonight we're going to do the orange bracket for the Masters event. And anyway, what is all this? Well, what even is this? Well, all month long, players make qualifying attempts to try to place into our various tournaments. The top 16 make it here to the Masters event. Everybody else, they look up and they go, oh boy, I wish we were as good as those people. But they're not, because this is the best. These are the best players in the world, except for those that didn't, you know, submit a qualifier. But pretty much it's like the best players in the world, and you're going to see a few of them definitely tonight. So what even is this tournament? Well, it is a tournament that is based on the 1989 version of Tetris, released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System in North America. That would make it the NTSC version. 16 player single elimination tournament. Players can play on emulator or console so long as the game is pretty much unmodified. Any controller is allowed so long as no turbo functions, whether mechanical or electronical, are used. 1 input per button and 1 button per input. There you go. Easy. Level 18 starts all the way through the Masters event. It is a pro level tournament. Points over the traditional 999,999 max out count. So players are empowered and encouraged to use various means to uncap the score, whether through Jamie code, use a Jamie code, Game Genie code, or ROM hack. Best of 5 throughout the Masters event, and the winner, after years of getting absolutely nothing, gets absolutely something. And what is that? Well, at a minimum, $250 for first, $150 for second, and third and fourth, $50 a piece. So it's pretty good, right? And we want to thank, of course, Game Scout. Everybody loves Game Scout. There's Game Scout. He's one of the people who are providing the prize pool. And of course, you want to watch him at youtube.com/agamescout. You can watch recaps of these amazing events, amazing background info, highlights, and interviews with the finalists. So pretty darn cool. But yes, those are the prizes. And again, Game Scout, as well as Scott Gray 76, and your old pal Vandy, and potentially you. So we are setting up with Matcherino. This is the meta. Everybody's using Matcherino so that people can contribute to the prize pool. I resisted it for a long time, but I have relented. And yeah. And Scout is like, yeah, I don't want to be the only one paying. So yes, so there is a Matcherino link. I don't know if I did this right. If I didn't do it right, I can't troubleshoot it now because, you know, I'm doing a tournament, okay? So if I didn't do it right, we'll do it right next time. There's a link. You can click on there. There's a button that says contribute. You can contribute to the prize pool. I don't know. Is there anything else I want to do? Yeah, let's take a look at the bracket. So today we are doing the orange bracket. There is the orange bracket. It's very handsome. We are doing the 1st and 16th seed. That's Fractal and Noodle. And then 8 and 9, Zafanya Nenu and Cheesy Fish, or Cheesy E, or whatever he's going by. Pretty hype match, Zafanya Nenu versus Cheez. I mean, that is like headline, top tier, you know, whatever kind of bout. Two of the most famous players in the world. Cheez, of course, with his rolling shenanigans, kind of pioneering this new playing style, which is taking the game by storm. And Zafanya Nenu, of course, the toast of Indonesia. You can go read an IGN article, IGN Indonesia or Southeast Asia article about Zafanya Nenu that just came out a few weeks ago. So go ahead and Google Zafanya Nenu and Tetris, and you will find an article written about him, a little mini interview, and it's very cool. So there it is. So let us go over and see if we actually have players. And it looks like we have a Nenu and we have a Cheez here. We have the hand of Cheez. We have the body of Nenu. And to me, that is enough. That is enough. Nenu Nenu looks 5 years younger. Yes, that is as if on your menu. All right, we would like our players to go ahead and, if they could, reset their scoreboard. They could reset their scoreboard and enter and just go get a quick Tetris. Where's authword? And enter the authorization word scheme. SCHEME onto the scoreboard. That's right. So just, yeah, get a quick Tetris or whatever, and any level doesn't matter. Just get at least 10,000 points. Enter the word scheme, and that way we know there's no recording. Yeah, there you go. 8 points will do it on Tetris Gym. Tetris Gym is now allowed. I don't care anymore. I've just given up. All right, there it is, scheme. And as soon as we get Cheesy Fish, he's got a few last minute rolls in there. If Jim is allowed, same piece sets are allowed. If you guys want to do same piece sets, you can do it. That's up to you. It is not required, but it is allowed. Hey, Or9, what's up? It's all right. They are both hovering 3ing. They are saying that they are not going to do same piece sets. They're just going to hover 3 and go for it. They don't care, right? They don't care about same piece sets. Anyway, we got hover 3s from both, so I think it is ready to count it down and go ahead and get this underway. So here we go. Classic Tetris Monthly Masters event, August 2021. Orange bracket starts now. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right, and the cats are about to eat some supper, so that is good. Oh, there you go. Cheez quickly loading his task there, no problem. See, it tells you a lot. Or9, is that what I say? Gotcha. I mean, the players are playing for money and they don't care about same piece sets. To me, if that's not an argument against all these YouTube players that say, well, you know, to me, you know, this is a world I know nothing about, but I'm going to go ahead and opine here. This is meaningless without same piece sets. And let me tell you why, right? Meanwhile, they can do it. They have Tetris Gym. They can do it. David Michael J says maybe they're dumb or just lazy. All right, here we are. We are getting to it. We've got Cheez 94,000 rolling on level 18. Imagine. Got Nenu frozen a little bit. We'll fix that when we get a chance. We'll try to refresh Nenu. Yeah, Nenu having some trouble here. We might all this stuff happened within 20 lines here, so we'll see if all right, it looks like it's gonna be okay. I think we're gonna be fine. All right, keep playing, you're good. 96,000 for Zafanya Nenu and 168 for Cheez. Cheez is ahead on our screen by 16 lines because of the internet problems. So wait, is that true? Somebody confirmed the story of Hydrantude and illegal same piece sets. Insane droughts or insane bars, really? Oh my god. Well, see, your old boy Vandy, he knew Tetris Gym early on. All right, Tetris Nenu 147 through 36 lines, Cheez 238 through 54. Yeah, it is fixed now. I wonder if I should try to refresh Nenu again. Oh, version 4 is released. Okay, yeah, but what about all the people who have it on like a cartridge? All right, here we go. We're oh wow, Nenu's actually ahead. All right, so 260 for Nenu through 74 lines of Cheesy Fish up way up high. Holy moly, Cheesy Fish. But open up on the right side and with a clean board. And looks like he's going to knock it down with a Tetris. So 81 lines for Cheesy Fish, 300,000 points. Nenu 87 lines, 309. Fairly close. Yes, Galumba stacking as we used to call it, and now they just call it stacking. 324 for Cheesy Fish, 311 for Nenu, separated by really only really no lines at this point. So looks like they have caught up with one another, more or less. Nenu 356. Nenu with the key tuck there. Oh, but decides to kind of go different. Even though he had a long bar in the window, that would have made him, well, it wouldn't have been Tetris ready. So maybe he decided to keep his board flexible since he wouldn't be Tetris ready because of that gap on the left. Very good. 361 for Nenu, 416 for Cheesy Fish. I gotta stop calling him Cheesy Fish. It's an old name, dead name. But, you know, as much as he wants to be an E, he'll always be a fish to me. 410 for Nenu through 115, 442 for Cheesy E. And by the way, our partner application was denied. Can you believe that? Denied. So we're gonna have to step up our game and do a lot more streams. Denied. Can you imagine that? Denied. We're not good enough. They need to see a longer track record. We've only been going since 2017. $4.99 for Cheez. Nenu transitions. He's at 488 on level 19. Cheez one line away. There is the bang Tetris 523 transition for Cheesy Fish. Yeah, we're gonna have to do like Monday night Chasedown every Monday. We're gonna have to do stuff. 572 for Cheez here on 20. 514 for Nenu. Nenu taking a few burns. taking the burns, and he's almost clean. He's got about 3 lines to clear off the right side. And trying to avoid putting stuff over on that, but he's piling up stuff on the right. All right, so he's open on the right side again. 532 for Nenu here on 22. 677 for Cheez on level 21. So yeah, we are denied, but we will try again. And you know what? Maybe we should be denied. Are we putting in enough effort? Are we doing enough? Cheez gonna miss the little Z spin there. I'll slow him down a little bit, but he's got a good lead on Nenu right now. 738 through 172. And Nenu 605, same level, level 23. Tetris for Nenu 636, back by 95,000 points. And another one for Nenu 666. Oh my god, Monka. Another one for Nenu 698. So now Cheez is back to good. Oh, but another missed drop for Cheez. He's got the curse of the Z's right now. Let's see what he's going to do, if he's going to go for... but he's getting like the exact worst pieces here, and he's just trying to be a little too perfect, maybe. All right, Cheez going to get a long bar to fill in a bunch of that. 782 for Cheez, 731 for Nenu. Nenu long bar dependent here, and he gets the bar. And he's going to clear open the right side. 737, bang Tetris for Nenu on level 26. Now 769, 816 for Cheez. He's clean. Looking to get set up. And he is now set up, and bang Tetris for Cheez. 850 on 26. Nenu 9 lines in the future. Cheez clean. Nenu set up and clean. Oh no, not clean anymore. That right side can't get the bar on there. And he's not going to be able to do anything. And Nenu is going to top out on level 27 at 805. Cheesy E is good. And we'll get a beautiful green heart. Nope, wrong heart. There it is. And Cheez just going to be like, well, let's get some extra practice in here. What's going on? Ayo Pidgeotto, Burrito Dad, hello, Pudipio. I can't call you anything else now that, you know, ever since text-to-speech. Pudipio, sad. Speedrun Beginner, hello. Raptor, what's up? The Axis. Big fan of the Axis. Oh wait, maybe I shouldn't say that. Oh my god, I'm gonna get canceled. All right, we got hover 3s from both. Hover 3s from both. So we're going into game 2, CTM Monthly Masters Event Orange Bracket. Round 1, game 2, blah, blah, blah. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, thank you so much. Charles Sparkley, tier 1 sub, 8 months. Did Cheez reset? Oh my word. Oh well, that's okay. I have no idea. What is Diepio? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what anything is. Okay. All my references are from like the 80s, 90s, and the aughts, right? I don't know anything anymore. I know Cheez is on the old stencil. Although, maybe I could. Yeah, no, I don't want to lose too enough. Everybody wants to see the rolling, so I'm not going to change it. All right, we are 20 lines in. Nenu 98,000, Cheez 94,000. And then with this big canyon here, I'm just curious what he's going to throw in there. All right, he's going to throw in that stuff. A couple of T's. he gonna get set up? He's gonna get set up, and a very small, dirty Tetris for Nenu. And that allows him to transition as well over to the right side. Cheez with like a quadruple flip over or something over there. I don't know what that was. But there it is. The piece landed anyway, and bang Tetris for Cheez, 171. And another one for Cheez, 194, and 196 for Nenu. Oh, the adjustment for Cheez. Setting up the overhang with the L. So weird looking. That looked weird. $264 for Nenu, $220 for Cheez. And Cheez getting up a little bit high, well, for a DAS player anyway, but he's going to get 2 quick Tetrises, no problem. Great stack. Nenu looking for something and didn't get it, so it's going to cause a little extra burning for Nenu's side. 288 for Cheez, 289 for Nenu. All right, Tetris for both. 313 Nenu, 312 Cheesy E. Super neck and neck right now. Multiple necks. Yeah, I know. It is. It's high for a DAS player, you know? But easy for a roller. It's like no problem. Man, DAS is so bad. Oh my god. That haircut makes Nenu look like 10 years younger. Right? Am I wrong? Oh, I love that adjustment for Nenu. 383 for him. He's going to Tetris. 405 for Cheez. They are separated by about 1,000 points and about 2 lines. So very, very close. Nenu looking for the piece. And he's just going to have to fill it in. These adjustments for Nenu. I mean, what a giant brain. He has a giant brain. Look at him. He's so happy. And bang Tetris for Nenu, 455. Cheez with a little bit to clear away here. Nope, he's going to stay efficient, burn it away with 1 line instead of 2. Great patience. Oh, the adjustment from Cheez with the S piece. And bang Tetris for Cheez, 478. Yeah, you want to see adjustments. This is the match. I mean, really, this is the match of I mean, look at this. They're just showing off. I mean, what is... Come on. How... Look at these guys. Ridiculous. 525 for Nenu. 483 for Cheez. Tetris for both. Nenu ahead by 2 Tetrises. 19 is in view. Tetris for Nenu. He's got 1 more available before the 19 transition. He's at 571. And he's going to set up with a long bar. Get another one for the Tetris 595 transition for Nenu. And Cheez up a little bit high. And that's going to kind of burn away his chance to equal that transition. But he transitioned 558, which is not too shabby. And there's a Tetris for Cheez, looking for another long bar, and gets it. Bang, another Tetris for him. 608 for Cheez on level 20. 629 for Nenu. Nenu 1 Tetris ahead. And yeah, I don't know if a misdrop for Nenu, it would appear, but you know, he's operating on a whole other plane of existence than the rest of us. Listen, Jake, we're not all on your level, okay? It's pretty amazing to us because we are tiny brain people. And you just wouldn't, you know, you wouldn't, these are These are adjustments you like normal people don't see immediately. Or if they see them, they can't move the pieces fast enough to take advantage of them, right? So they just never do them. Well, there you go. See, Mr. Valor sticking up for the little people. And Cheez, a little monk is right here. But only monk is for us because he's Cheez and he can just do whatever he wants. Oh, Nenu's board needs the long bar. Where's the long bar? Can't get it. Nenu's going to top out 728 on level 23. All of a sudden, didn't want to take the burns on the right side because he really couldn't without really messing up his board. So he's just holding out for the long bar to get him out of trouble. The long bar did not come. And Nenu is going to top out here. 728, level 23. Cheez is good. And probably good for Cheez that happened. So a heart for Cheez. Cheez up 2 games to none. Yeah, not misdropping. They're just 5 preview adjustments. True. All right, we got hover 3 from Cheesy the Fish. Cheesy the E. And we got a hover 3 from Nenu. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So how much do these Tetris gym carts cost that they can just like update it and be like, hey guys, version 4, sorry if you bought a console, a cartridge. 30. It's actually not so bad. I don't know. I mean, it's, you know, listen, when you're rich like adults, you know, $25 is like whatever. When you're a child, you're gonna have to like win CTWC to afford stuff like that. Oh, shipping as well. All right, 76 for Cheez, 121 for Nenu. Right side for Nenu, a little higher than the left side. So he'll be looking to get some burns here, and I just worry because you get a run of the wrong pieces. And now Cheez is in a dig as well. Nenu getting out of this. He's going to open up the right side, hope for a quick long bar, and gets it. Bang Tetris for Nenu. So he's going to be back to safety. And these adjustments from Nenu is like, I mean, this is really, honestly, just sick adjustment game. Like, you want to see adjustments, watch this game back. All right, Nenu getting a little too fancy for his own good. It's all right. 176 for Nenu. Cheez getting up high on the right, piling high. Needs to take some burns. And there's the rolling, allowing some of these quick pieces over to the left. Gets a long bar. Bang Tetris for Cheez. 114. Alexei Pazanov did not think people would be getting Tetrises up that high on the left on 18. I'll tell you that. That is impossible. I did not intend this. 230 for Nenu. 123 for Cheez. And Nenu is clean 253 through 67, but on pace for a 500 transition. Cheez with a suffer game. A lot of burning. Charles Sparkley. Charles Sparkley with the deep history here. Niet. 136 for Cheez, 306 for Nenu. All right, Tetris for Cheez 159. Nenu's got more than twice his score. And just, whatever. It's really nice adjustments for Nenu. People loving Nenu's haircut right now. $205 for Cheez. Bang Tetris. $228 now. $398 for Nenu. There we got a little, there we go. All right, she's going to catch up here. 275 for him, 444 for Zafania Nenu. Why don't you have the score difference in pace lead? You're right. Yeah, why don't I have that? I would love to have that. I would love to. And I think those are amazing innovations, but I don't think it's quite there user-friendly wise. I just think too many players have too much trouble with that tool, and it it just introduces technical challenges that I don't want to have to deal with. So I will just have to. I'm just going to wait until it improves. And bang, dirty Tetris for Nenu into 19. 549 for Nenu. Cheez setting up an elaborate single burn here. And he is 2 lines away from transition. Nenu is at 578. And Cheez is gonna have to burn his way into 19 at 399 transition. So let's see if he can get 1 million posts and get a 1.4. Yeah, get the 1 million posts. Let's see it right now. I mean, listen, if anybody can do it, right? 614 for Nenu. I mean, really, that's just 20 Tetrises if Tetrises are worth 50,000 points, right? So just get 20 Tetrises after like level 39 or whatever it is. Yeah, get a 50,000 point Tetris. Just line your way out. Oh, and Nenu kind of in a Monka situation here. Oh no, Nenu. Oh no, Nenu, that left side. What is he going to do? Nothing. He's going to top out at 653. And Cheez is here and needs to get to 654. Someone want to type the score in the chat so we don't lose it? Cheez needs to get to 654. And if you want to contribute to the prize pool, you can click on that link and throw money in there. It's fine by us. You're welcome to do it. All right, 610 for Cheesy the Fish. He is on level 22. Needs to get to 654. When is the last time Cheez won a match in CTM? I'm not sure. Nenu's just like, screw it. I'm offline. I know. Oh, there it is. Cheez is good. And we need Cheez to start a Patreon for better internet. All right, well, thank you so much, Nenu. Sorry to make you get up so early in the morning, only to end in disappointment. But now you can go back to sleep. It's Saturday. Go to sleep. Yeah, Cheez has Guam internet. Oh, you have an internet Patreon. Can you link? Hey, give us the link to your internet Patreon, Cheese. All right, we're going to fix it. All right, let's get it ready from both players when they are ready. And I will just do my best. Fractal doing some rolling. Well, that's gonna have to be good enough. All right, let's get a hover 3 for, well, actually, let's reset. We want to reset the scoreboards, guys. We need you to reset the scoreboards. And you're going to have to enter this auth word. Module, right? Oh, sorry. We need you to do that. Sorry, guys. Reset the scoreboard. That means you're probably going to have to enter your Yugi's. Oh no, but you're on gym, right? So and the word is module or module. Do you say module or module? Thanks for the follow, James. Module. Moodle. That's very good. All right. We just need Noodle to enter Moodle. He's got to go find the pre-recorded VOD that has module. And he didn't enter. Oh, there it is. He's entering it. Moodle. Did people say Moodle? All right. We need readies from both players. We can go ahead and get started. We got a ready from Noodle. And need a ready from Fractal. We got readies from both. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Fractal getting his last minute hugs on. There you go. Here, we'll get Fractal. There we go. The power of the penguin. What? Reset the hearts. Yeah, you're right. You are right. Reset the hearts. Glory hunting. Like everything is a concept now. That word's kind of monkish though. Hey Tibanoku, what's up? Nerd the Box, Galizer. Foiled thrice, foiled the rice. That's right. Hey, we love our keyboard brethren, okay? There are other events out there. They don't allow people on keyboards. And we still love our keyboard people, but I'm sure probably at some point we'll get shamed into disallowing keyboards because, you know, whatever. We're just a follower. I have to sneeze. Should I mute the sneeze, or do you want the sneeze on microphone? All right, here we go. Don't mute. Oh no, that went away. Oh, the sneeze went away. All right, 161 for Fractal, 83,000 for Noodle. All right, I won't mute the next sneeze. There you go. $210 for Fractal through 43, 84 for Noodle through 32. People bringing their internet A game right now, man. They're flexing their internet tonight. I was watching the ESPN show about CTWC 2020 and all that terrible internet on full display. You forgot I literally live in New Mexico. They have internet in New Mexico. You know, it's New Mexico. You know, it's not old Mexico, Cheese, right? You live in the newer one. We should have good internet. $267 for Fractal, 188 for Noodle, and Bang Tetris for Noodle, 211. Pretty close now. Fractal here, 315 through 76. 211 for Noodle through 66. That's right. We need to build a wall on the New Mexican border to keep out their bad internet. $342 for Fractal, $222 for Noodle, and Bank Tetris for Noodle. Hey, it's Laser Zero Monkey. What's going on? Look at that, Mr. Partner. The check mark from Laser Zero Monkey. I am in the wrong business. I gotta get in the cubing business. Bang Tetris for Fractal, 389 through 95 lines, 281 for Noodle. Oh my word. Alejo, what's going on? 285 for Noodle. And Bang Tetris for him, 332. 481 for Fractal. Pretty close in lines on our screen. I have a suspicion that Noodle has gotten kind of shortchanged on long bars. And he has. He's got 33 long bars compared to 54 squares and 54 T's. So 34 long bars for Noodle and 44 for Fractal. So actually not too many more for Fractal. But neither of them doing great with long bars right now. 404 for Noodle. 599 for Fractal, 600. And both players now into 19, 453 Noodle, 625 Fractal. Fractal with kind of a little canyon there he's got to take care of. And not getting exactly the right pieces for his board to clear this away. And it's kind of cascading out of control for Fractal. He's fighting the tide. RNG. Long bar left would be great right now. He's going to get it. It's good for only a line, but it gives him material to burn against. He's got a long bar channel right down the center. 639 here for Fractal. Noodle at 561. Fractal still fighting. Gets that long bar over there. Where's the long bar for the center? He's going to get that for a triple. That's going to bring his stack down and help him out a lot, but nowhere near out of the woods. Meanwhile, Noodle, 589 here on level 22. And, oh, that adjustment from Fractal. And I think he's going to dig out of this. Fractal, call him Cractal. He is going to dig out of this. So sick. What concentration. Not 100% out of the woods. Oh, no, that long bar. Already. Oh, no. What can he do? All right. Can he get the long bar left? I don't know if he can. Oh, no. Fractal going to top out 668. Noodle needs 669. Oh, no. Insane dig only to end that way. And Noodle is good at 690, and Noodle can top out. He gets heart number 1. Oh, my word. Commentator curse. Oh, be quiet. How dare you? What is Fractal messing with there? Does he have a... What is that? Tape? What is he tape? Tapers, man. Oh, my God. Actual tapers, right? Tapers, man. Are you serious? Literal taping, man. He's actually taping. He kind of needs the tape. Oh, wrong heart. Sorry. Yeah. What is he taping? He's taping, man. Oh, my word. Tape. That's his task tape. All right, we got a hover 3 from Fractal. Just need a ready from Noodle. Tape is allowed. Okay. Just need that ready from Mr. Noodle. That's right. Tapers, keyboard cheaters, all of them. We love it. What's up, Tommy? All right, we got a hover 3 from both. We are going to go ahead and count it down. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris Game 2. Fractal and Noodle. CTM Masters Orange Bracket. How do people qualify for this? Go to ctm.gg/discord. And good luck trying to find all the rules and information, because I don't know where they are. It's going to be on the website soon, I promise. I promise. And, you know, you can take a vandweller promise to the bank. Oh, my word. All right, Fractal a little bit high on the right. He's going to get a long bar to knock this down, and he's going to throw a triple down the right side as well. Just try to get rid of all this nonsense. Oh, no, he's going to build up one row off the bottom. And Tetris for Fractal, 74,000. Whoop. Yeah. 77 for Fractal, bang Tetris. He's set up for another one. See if he's going to take the burn. Yeah, of course he's going to take the burn. I mean, it's just one line to get your stack back to normal. And Fractal at 123. through 28 lines. Noodle 93 through 19. All right, weird diving board over on the left for Noodle. Kind of needs the bar, the beam, gets the beam, gets another beam, and another beam. 3 beams in a row, as they say. Tetris for Fractal, 170. I think I'm just going to non-ironically start calling it the beam. Ah, yes. That was weird. What is that? What is that phenomenon called? What do they, the gymnasts call it? The whole reason she was, pulled herself out. Where the yips are for gymnastics. The twisties, right? Yeah, he has a case of the twisties. All right, Fractal here, 263 through 56 lines. 160 for Noodle. NES card loves the beam. NES card, if you're out there, you know, at first, you said beam and they laughed at you. And now at least I'm embracing the beam. I embrace the beam. What do you say to that? Chris Tang calls a square a box. The box. It's good when the top tier, you know, like the commentators on the main, you know, the world champion, the most high profile event. They don't know the names for the pieces, but that's okay. It's a little weird. Now Van says it and we laugh at him. Yeah, I think the beam is great. The beam. Tetris for Fractal 405 through 86. That's a score. 242 for Noodle. That's true. They become canon, just like Boom became canon. That Boom cannon. $4.29 for Fractal. Bang Tetris. Yeah, he spins or tucks. Mexican Runner rating with a party of 468. 468 people. Thank you so much to the Mexican Runner. Mexican Runner, always with the raid. I don't know what I did to deserve this beautiful Mexican man rating me nearly every time, but we certainly appreciate it. We love that guy. Yeah, when are we going to get TMR to play Tetris instead of like ColecoVision or whatever he's playing? 524 for Fractal, 298. Now 300 from Noodle. The Commodore 64. I would like to get a Commodore 64. My cousin had one when I was a kid. And he was like, well, he wasn't that, I was about to say he was like the coolest kid, but he was not the coolest kid. But he did have a Commodore 64. And I was very, very impressed. I had a ColecoVision and an Intellivision that my friends and I picked out of the garbage. Like somebody was throwing all that away, which was weird. 570 for Fractal, 373 for Noodle. We were like trash picking kids, you know. We would go around and just see if anybody had good trash. We would steal stuff from their trash. 618 transition from Fractal, 374 from Noodle here. So Fractal with quite the lead, about a 250,000 point lead, now down to 224. Oh, thank you so much, Mexican Runner. We really appreciate it. Yeah, we run Classic Tetris Monthly. They are the best players in the world. The 16 top qualifying players in the world, truly a global sport. And yeah, and it's been a privilege to host this since 2018. 696 from Fractal, 475 from Noodle. Noodle gonna set up a combo burn on the right side, clear everything away. He is clear, waiting for the long bar. There's one for Fractal. 728 here on 21. 505 from Noodle on 20. So last time there was a pool of money for the winner. Is this month the same? Yes, there will be a $500 minimum prize pool, but we're also allowing people to donate on Matcherino as well. So yeah, minimum $500 prize pool, $250 to the winner, plus whatever is donated by viewers. So I'm just trying to figure out Matcherino, so I probably did it wrong, but we'll get it fixed. I'm very old, man. 815 here for Fractal, 545 for Noodle. He's going to clear away the right side and bang Tetris. I know Mexican Runner most from Battletoads, I think. That's what I watch the most. And consistent streamer. Streams a lot. And I also know him from being Mexican. That's the other thing I know. All right, 636 from Noodle. 881 from Fractal. Yeah, he does these runs where he just like runs all the way from like Commodore all the way up through like you know, the later Nintendo consoles. So he does this kind of gamut or gauntlet or whatever, which is pretty cool. And of course, a fixture at speedrunning events all over the place. 990 for Fractal on 26. And Tetris for Noodle. Fractal's got the max out here on level 27. And I don't know what Noodle's going to be able to do. Did Noodle uncap the score? I don't know if he's got Game Genie code or what. Hopefully he uncapped the score. If it'll even matter. I mean, Fractal is just on another level right now. 1,028,000 for Fractal. Takes a burn and another Tetris. A74 for Fractal right now. The A means a million. And another one from Fractal. B09 for Fractal right now. And another one into level 29. What used to be called the kill screen. Now it's more of a thrill screen as players are becoming adept at playing on level 29. Noodle trying to get as much as he can before 29. Fractal going to top out at 1.153. And Noodle getting droughted. Noodle needs another long bar just to bring this down, but... And into the kill screen. Gets a Tetris here down column 7, 8, and 992, but no match for Fractal with the 1.1. And Fractal going to tie it up. Amazing. Double kill screens. Couldn't get the million, but you know, this is Tetris nowadays. 1.1's easy. Fractal super cracked Eigen system. Max outs what you want to do is, here's what you want to do. You want to go see some great summaries of our previous Classic Tetris Monthlies. Go to youtube.com/agamescout, one of our community members who does a recap, and they're really high quality. He's got he does all great background info, extra stats, does a highlight sort of from each round, and interviews with both of the finalists. So those of you who are watching, if you want to see what Classic Tetris Monthly is all about, check out youtube.com/agamescout and check it out. All right, looks like we've got a ready from Noodle and a ready from Fractal. So let us go ahead and count it down. Game 3 of a best of 5. Here we go with a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And of course, Noodle with the internet. Thanks for the follow, Loner, ATO, Ivory 99, of course. piano player, I think. Veer Lumpen, I don't know how to pronounce that. Dr. Jitsu, Super Mark 64, Zinker Dus. Thank you so much for the follows. Hey, what's up, Moodus? Moodus, will you, I know, you know, we're like right at the end of CTL and you've got a lot to do. Would you at all be able to help me figure out Matcherino? Like, I'm doing something wrong. I'm old. You know, you're 10 years younger than me. You've got pink brain, very wrinkled pink brain. And I have a smooth gray brain. Well, I did do the partner thing, and I went through this whole long interview, and it's been a month. No, wrinkled brain is what you want. I have a smooth brain. I don't know. I'm doing something wrong. Yeah, that's right. The only thing that gets less wrinkly. Yeah, I can't imagine what they're doing for a month. I mean, they're really doing like background checks, and you know, they got a whole team of investigators making sure that I'm Matcherino worthy, which I'm probably not. You know, I get a little oh my god, Fractal way up high here. What's he gonna do on the left? I have no idea what he's gonna do on the left, and what he's gonna do is top out at 169, and Noodle with that Tetris is gonna take a 2-1 lead. I haven't had a response, no. Yeah, I mean, Hydrant Dude is a Matcherino partner. I mean, come on. Oh wait, I give the wrong heart every time. All right, Fractal, you're just gonna have to reset. Take game 4. I don't know if Mexican Runner's still here, but did you see CTWC 2020 was on ESPN today, ESPN 2. So those of you who might have cable that allows you to, you know, cable operator that allows you to watch recorded stuff, you might see there's a CTWC event there. All right, we got hover 3s from Fractal and Noodle. That indicates that they are ready, and I am ready, and all of you are ready. So here we go. Getting some penguin power. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, somebody who contributed? Somebody contributed $25 to the prize pool. Let's figure out who that is. And I got to figure out how to get the alerts. So I apologize that there was no alert, but I will call you out right now and thank you. And that was CatKit91 with a $25 donation to the prize pool. Thank you so much, CatKit91. 100% of it goes to the players. So thank you very, very much, CatKit91. Jaws with the raid of 11. Thank you so much, Jaws. And Fractal getting up a bit high again and getting like the exact wrong pieces. But that loves that L over to the left. Gonna open up again here. And all right, taking the burns, just burning it down. Finally gets the long bar. You can see a little bit of relief there. 100% of 50% of that money goes right in my pockets. No, it all goes to the players. So thank you so much, CatKit91. All right, a couple of quick Tetrises here for Fractal. He's burned his stack all the way down. 147 for him, 123 for Noodle. Noodle playing on the keyboard, which is allowed here in CTM. We don't have any bigotry against keyboard players. The way, in my opinion, the way that this whole game is going to grow is to make it as accessible as possible. If you want it to be worldwide, then people have to be able to play it worldwide. And it's not easy to get, you know, North American NES consoles and cartridges. It's expensive. Sometimes it's outside of what, you know, regular human beings can afford in certain countries. So, you know, allow people on keyboard. So long as they're not like cheating or anything like that, I say let them in. Let's keep it accessible and Tetris for all. It's not hard to plug a controller into a computer, though. Well, you know, you have a little bit of a point. But you know what? So far, I'm not convinced that it's a huge advantage. And my evidence for that is like, what? One keyboard player has ever won CTM in, you know, since 2017. $316 for Fractal, $166 from Noodle. Keyboard is also banned from prize money in CTL and WPL. All right. All this bigotry against people using a keyboard. I've just never had a good argument. Because you'd allow people to use other controllers, so why is that keyboard... Like, if they just had an Xbox controller or some other controller, you'd allow that, right? So what difference does it make if the controller's in the shape of a keyboard? Yeah, but you say they use it because it gives them an advantage, but if they play on a computer, they're going to use the most comfortable controller for them. So what, you're just going to allow console only? 410 for Fractal, 218 for Noodle. I mean, mouse is cheating, but does Jake ever play these days? Yeah, he plays in CTL. He didn't know that we were offering money, so he didn't play in our league, in our tournament. Jake loves money. 459 for Fractal, 256 from Noodle. Fractal with a 200,000 point lead. Jake was supposed to commentate, but I don't know where Jake is. So that's it. Too late, Jake. $505 for Fractal, $309 for Noodle. But maybe another time, Jake. I would like to get Jake in the commentary booth. I have a couple other dream co-commentators that I'm trying to get in touch with to do some of these matches throughout the month. Scroll wheel is not rolling. Scroll wheel is multiple inputs with one finger motion. Scroll wheel is definitely cheating, and that is not allowed. $575 from Fractal. Scroll wheel is basically turbo. You can flick your finger once to get multiple inputs of the of whatever the input is. Fractal with another 600k transition. He's going to miss the Z spin though. So that's going to set him back a bit. He's got a big lead over Noodle. So he does not need to be particularly efficient here with burning this down. He can just take the safest strats and just get his board back to health. But he's got this long bar dependency in the middle of his stack, and if he gets droughted, could be awkward. 619 for Fractal, 425 here for Noodle. Fractal on level 21. Noodle on our screen still on 19. This is there's some internet lag here, or maybe a weak processor on that computer or something like that. But so Noodle way behind in lines on our screen. In reality, who knows? But 736 from Fractal on 23. Noodle's got that long bar over on the left side. Well, should be able to get something over there, but there you go. So Noodle's still on level 20 on our screen, 487. But yeah, I'm just not ready to. I'm not ready to kick keyboard players out of the community yet. Sorry. And there's a lot of people who start on keyboard and then finally get a console because they get so invested and interested in the game that it becomes important to them and they want to do it. So I don't know. I just don't. I don't see the argument yet. Not saying I couldn't be convinced. Noodle getting up kind of high here and a bit Monka. Gonna hang that long bar over on the left side. And that is going to do it for Noodle. Noodle's going to top out, and Fractal gets the heart for real. There it is. And we've got a decider. We have got a decider. There it is, the D-cider. The giant D-cider. Sometimes you've got a thirst that seems unquenchable. But you got a delicious D-cider, and you are satisfied. So there it is, a giant D-cider. Right there. The big D right there in your face. There it is, the big D. In your face. The D-cider. We'll put it right there so you know that it's a D-cider. Family friend. What? It's just a big D cider in your face. What? I don't see what's so unfriendly about that. That's family friendly. All right, we got hover threes from both players, and that means that they are ready. So here we go with a countdown. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. It's a great emote because it took literally 90 seconds. Literally from conception to being published in the Discord server, it was 90 seconds. You just wanted to eat your pizza? All right, we're waiting for Noodle here. We did do a 3, 2, 1 Tetris, right? So Noodle, obviously lots of lag. So I'm going to try to refresh maybe and just see if we can get some of that lag out of here. Studio mode. All right, I think we picked up some of the lag anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I just think I want to keep it accessible. I mean, if somebody can make a really good argument that I should kick out keyboard players, that I just don't. I don't see it. $101 from Fractal. 78 here from Noodle. And the winner looking to take on Cheez in the quarterfinals. And if it's Cheez and Noodle, I mean, that's going to be like the worst internet shit show you've ever seen. It'll be so scuffed. Jake, if you want to come in for the next, if you want to come in for the quarterfinal, I'll bring you in. All right, 215 for Fractal. Yeah, that's enough of this keyboard conversation. It's so dumb. It's for Discord. That's what Rabbit Hole is for. 241 for Fractal. 154 for Noodle. And Noodle getting up a bit high, though, gets the long bar for the Tetris. And another one for another Tetris. So 208 for Noodle. $287 for Fractal. Bang Tetris for Fractal. 310. Yeah, Nerdbox does not want normies to express opinions. Only enlightened opinions, right? Like yours and mine. $333 for Fractal, $237 for Noodle. And bang Tetris for Noodle. Cheez says it's time for a bad internet tournament. Oh, Noodle getting up high here. Get that. Give him the long bar. Where's the long bar? Gets the long bar. Give him one more. And gets one more. Look at this. Anti-commentator's curse. Noodle with a couple of quick long bars in Tetris is 333 for Noodle. 430 for Fractal. That's right. Oh my! Imagine if I could control the RNG. Imagine. All right, let's see if it works. Give Fractal a long bar. There it is. All right. I have some special powers. All right, Noodle taking the triple here. He's going to be burned all the way down. Fractal, he's at 524 through 115. So looking for another 600k transition. Like all the kids now just 600k transition like it's nothing. Meanwhile, I can count on one hand the number of times I've had a 600k transition. $593 for Fractal, $388 for Noodle. All right, Noodle looking to set up. No, he's going to take the burn. A little bit of an awkward transition potentially here for Noodle. Oh, but he's going for it. He's going for the Tetris, and he's going to get it into 19. And look at this. It's going to clear down pretty cleanly. And Noodle should be good, and he is now clean and just needs to burn away a couple more lines and set up for Tetris. Oh, but no, he's going to set up here and abandon that plan quite quickly. 427 for Noodle. 678 for Fractal. About 7 lines separating them. Big lead for Fractal right now. Massive, huge brain. Yeah, we're going to have Jake come in for the last game, and we'll see how that goes, but I reserve the right to just close the window on Jake. We'll see what if Jake's able to be like normal. 817 for Fractal, 545 from Noodle. Huge lead for Fractal right now. It's not looking auspicious for Noodle, but anything can happen. There is room. And people can play after the kill screen now. So you don't know when someone's just gonna, just pop off and get like, that eventually someone's gonna get like 600k after after 29. It's gonna happen. So why not now? 947 for Fractal here on 25. Into 26. 700 for Noodle on 25. Somebody eventually will get a like 6, like they'll go forever. You know? After you get to a certain level, 600k is just 12 Tetrises. You know? Like, it could happen. You know, they laugh. Every time I say these things, they laugh, and then a year later, they all come true. All right, Fractal with the 1,000,000 points here on 27. Noodle with the dirty Tetris. Just doing his best to get as many points as he can and take a good stack into 29. And then just see what happens. And who knows? You never know. This could be the day where you see something incredible. And Noodle with the Tetris 860. Fractal's got the 1.1. And looking to clear some of this away. And no, not going to be able to do it. So Fractal with the 1.142. Noodle not looking in great shape right now. And he's going to just give up. Longbar didn't get over. And Fractal will be moving on. And he's going to give that man his heart. He deserves it. Fractal, our #1 seed here in Masters, will be moving on after a threat here from the 16 seed, which is Noodle. So, you know, taking the #1 seed to a decider, basically kill screens, it's pretty good. So nothing to be ashamed of there, Noodle. A great performance. And congratulations, and hope to see you here again. So I don't know. So do we have stuff to promote while I fix this? Oh yeah, LATAM, right? The LATAM qualifier, like all the group stages are done, all the qualifiers and that and stuff. It's all done. All right, so Jake can view, Jake can connect, Jake can speak, Jake can see video.
Are you gonna stream in Discord, or am I gonna be delayed from watching the
No, I mean, you're already delayed just as a human being, so there's no reason.
Okay.
No. I'm gonna stream in Discord. Hold on. All right, so screen share, OBS Studio, go live. You should have it.
I indeed have.
You got it. Okay. All right. Let's get rid of the decider. Decider is gone. So everybody, welcome. Give a big round of applause to Jake, aka Jake Boiler, Beaulieu, dog playing Jakeness, whatever. I don't even know. What is your name? Who are you? Jake.
I don't remember.
Jake Games 2. You don't even play CTM anymore, so I don't even remember what your Twitch name is.
Yeah, why did I stop playing as soon as there started being money?
Yeah, that was a really stupid decision.
Maybe I should come back next month.
That's right. Yeah, come back next month and play. I mean, there's money. It's a good amount, you know? $250 for first minimum. It's not bad.
I'm a roller now, and my controller is broken, so that's... odds are not in my favor.
Yeah, he's a roller with a broken controller. It rhymes. Wait, did we not know that roller rhymed with controller? Did we just discover that?
I've never heard that before. That's crazy.
What an observation. Amazing. All right, so then we've got Jake here in the booth with Vandy Pants. This has never happened before. I don't know how to commentate with somebody who's in their teens.
I don't know how to commentate with someone who's like an elder, so we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm like pretty much like I may as well be retired. I'm playing golf. I'm wearing the pants, all that. All right, well, Jake is here, and Jake will say things. Hopefully, that will enlighten and entertain you. And I don't know, and I'll be here doing stuff too. So anyway, we're gonna need. I don't know, Jake. While these guys are getting set up, why don't you tell us a little bit about these players? What do you know about them? What is your opinion? Who's gonna win?
Well, I mean, I'd like to think that Cheez is gonna win because he's been on a massive losing streak. Unfortunately, he's kind of bad. So.
Oh no, he's bad.
I think Fractal will probably win if Cheez continues to screw up, but
Yeah.
No.
No,
I
how
have high hopes for this match. I think it'll go well. I think both players will like each kill screen.
I didn't bring you here to meme on people and undermine their confidence. I brought you in here to provide insight and analysis that I'm unable to give because I'm very stupid. So there you go. But that's all right. You can meme on your friend Cheez anyway. It's okay. All right. Let us get a ready from both players. Are they frozen? What is happening to Fractal right now? Fractal, are you okay? All right. Cheez is all right. Fractal was like, was his stream paused or was he paused like as a person? That was weird.
That's a pretty neat skill.
Yeah. All right. We've got readies from both players. They are hovering 3. So we're going to go ahead and count it down. It is not round 1 anymore. It is now round 2. Fractal versus Cheez here in Classic Tetris Monthly Masters Orange Bracket. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And they're going to start. And this is always the 7-second awkward time between when you count it down and when they start. But it is now over. Oh, refresh the playlist? Yeah, let's bring in the old school. There it is. Good. All right, Jake. So Jake, you're rolling now? Is that what is happening?
Yeah.
Are you maining rolling, as the kids say?
Yeah, I tried to go back to tapping when I tried playing again recently, but I just realized how uncomfortable it was.
It painful or what?
It wasn't really painful, just like uncomfortable. I kept thinking like, ow, can't believe I did that for like hours at a time before.
Yeah. And rolling feels better.
A lot more comfortable.
Are you at a rave right now? What is happening behind you?
My dad is listening to music very loud, and unfortunately his speakers are right up against my wall.
Oh my god. Boiled egg. Calm down, okay?
Noise suppression is here to save me today.
Yeah. What happened to now for about a year your dad was like in the Discords, he would like go to the Twitch channels. What happened to your dad?
I don't know. Once I stopped being so interested in Tetris, he's like, well, guess there's no reason for me to be interested in Tetris.
Yeah. And he was cool because he would kind of like people, I don't know, he was very much like a get off my lawn kind of dad, you know, like people were like, you know, memeing on you or something like that. He would come in and, you know, just like defend you and all that. It was very cute. Very un-Canadian.
Yeah, there's not enough dads in the Tetris community, honestly.
We need more dads, like not like the DILF dads from that tournament. We need like people's dads, like coming in. Like, where's Fractal's dads coming in and trash talking like Cheesy Fish right now? You know, that's what we need. All right, 165 from Fractal, 118 from Cheez.
Nice slideshow from Cheez here.
Yep. PowerPoint Tetris. No, Messic's bringing us down here. Messick, stop bringing us down. How dare you? I sympathize with your plight here, but my God, this is not the time. This is a joyous occasion. That's one thing. Cheez has DAS internet. Hey Sam, what's going on? Penguin Panic, welcome. 238 for Fractal, 191 for Cheez.
Fractal's been burning for a bit, and Cheez is back by a bit, so he does have the pace lead.
Yes.
No, it doesn't really mean much on 18.
Yeah. Now, are people annoyed that they still have to play 18 in all these events, or is it still okay? Because, you know, people are...
I know Cheez is. I mean, 18 starts are kind of boring when you can play as high up as he can.
Right.
Because if you're like always doing 29 starts, when you play 18, it kind of feels just a little sluggish.
Right.
That's not to say that it's slow for anyone who's like, oh, you can't say that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not slow, but I mean, when you're playing 29 starts. But on the other hand, you know, if everybody's so great at 18 starts and it's so trivial to play it, then, you know, why aren't they getting 740k transitions every time, right? So there's still something to be figured out and learned and skill to be acquired here for 18.
There's a solid element of luck there.
Well, yeah, of course there is a solid element of luck, but okay, 600k starts should be relatively trivial, right?
I think they pretty much are at this point. I mean, how many 600s have you seen tonight?
Yeah, a good handful. I don't know. People are still topping out on 18 though, and until there's like consistent like 650k transitions, and I don't see any reason to change.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing like 19 starts anytime soon. But
and the normies, I mean, the normies need their 18 starts as well.
Yeah, you need a transition to keep people excited.
Yeah, exactly. All right,
you don't want to have to wait 10 minutes before something happens.
Right. Exactly. You'd rather wait like 7 minutes. 447 for Fractal, 401 for Cheez. And Tetris for Fractal, 472. So pretty good pace here for Fractal through 100 lines. You take it.
I think Cheez still might have the pace lead, but it's kind of hard to tell when I can't see the game.
Oh, you can't see the game?
Well, no, I can see the game, just one board at a time every like couple seconds.
Right. All right, 544 for Fractal, 452 for Cheez. But Cheez is on 100 lines on our screen, and Fractal 116. So I did encourage Cheez to start a Patreon so he could get like better internet. So if you want to support Cheez, who's really one of the most dynamic and exciting players in our scene, then you want to see him play with good internet, go to his Patreon. So I don't know how to find it, but Google Patreon and then Cheesy Tetris or whatever.
It's well, he posted the URL earlier, right? Hold on.
Yeah, 620 transition for Fractal. So yeah, there it is. Trivial 600k transition. Yeah, monthly. Somebody's on monthly Tetris 1.
That's a pretty good.
It is. I did get Tetris Monthly the other day. I was like, hey, I should have. If I'm gonna have monthly Tetris, I should also have Tetris Monthly. So I got Tetris Monthly. So we might
You don't
use.
have Tetris Monthly too?
I don't know if someone's gonna do it. We're never gonna use that though, so it's not us. But I think we might use Tetris Monthly instead of monthly Tetris 2. Just to confuse people a bit. Yeah, I think I like that better.
That sounds like a bit of a headache.
Yeah, that's why I like it. Just for the memes. All right, 753 for Fractal, 569 for Cheez, but Fractal is 30 lines ahead on our screen. I don't know if I should try to refresh Cheesy Fish, but...
I think you might as well. Doesn't
right.
look like there's too much happening on his side right now anyway.
All right, I will try. Let's see what that gets us. All right,
It's hard to tell who has the lead, but Fractal has like
all right, we picked
a
up
fairly good pace.
Yeah, we picked up
Whoa,
about
look at how many frames are coming from Cheez.
I know.
Crazy.
All right, so Cheez here at 160, basically on 171, level 23, 711. Fractal into 24 at 901. So this is a lead for Fractal.
Yeah, he's got a pretty solid lead at this point.
Nice long bar for Cheez to clean that right up with a triple, and now just wants the long bar on the right. And of course, game.
Not getting it.
No. Oh no. And she sets up like a delayed, like 4-piece delayed burn there, but not getting the long bar. And oh no, that right side, the whole thing.
Man, that's unfortunate. Where was the long bar in that whole sequence?
There was no long bar. That's like Nenu RNG right there. Cheez gonna top out. Fractal is good with a 975. The million going into 26. If you want to mull in a little bit, I'm sure Cheez would like.
There's not much chance for PB, so
right.
I don't see any reason to. But
All right.
1.2 is still possible, so you might as well.
Play Poker Now gifted a 1-month tier 1 sub to Cheez _E. So there you go. Thanks for the gift sub for Cheesy E.
Dude, now I gotta go play poker.
Yeah, now I gotta play poker. Play poker now. I mean, it's very.
Can't play it later.
Yeah, I feel I feel like this is very, like, you better. Like, there's a threat implicit in this screen name. Fractal with the B17. So that is a 1.1.
For 1.2. Will need kill screen though. Oh wait, no he won't. Nope. I can't count. Apparently. I didn't learn that in school yet.
Got the 1.2. Those Canadian schools, man, they just teach you to make maple syrup and be a lumberjack. And Fractal, nice. Fractal with the 1.2, you know, so he's just got like, I don't know, like 500,000 points more than Cheez, you know. It's no flex. There it is, Fractal. I mean, you know, they call him Cractal because it rhymes, but it's true. Oh, wait, did Moo say something that requires him to pay money?
For CTL, anytime there was a 1.2, he'd add more to the prize pool.
Pay up Moo. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Somebody registered Tetris Monthly 2. Very good. All the alts are coming out. All right, we got hover 3s from both players. So let us go ahead and give Fractal his heart and then get into game 2. Here we go with the countdown. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And I want to thank Jake Games 2 for being here in the commentary booth right here. I mean, it's a very small booth and, you know, it's very warm, but he's here.
Yeah, it's a little cramped.
It is. Yeah. And, you know, so some of us don't smell that great right now. So, you know, good that you're putting up with it. Tetris Monthly 2. That is good. I wonder who that is. I want to know. Was the CTL prize pool the highest ever online tournament behind CTWC 2020? Oh my god, we can't let that be true.
What was the prize pool? I feel like it probably was one of the WPLs.
It ended up being 1,000?
1,000? Definitely wasn't one of the WPLs then. Yeah. It must be CTL then. That's crazy.
Was it, wow. That's pretty amazing. We can't let that be true for a long period of time. Like, we have to outdo them, right? I mean, that's CTL, for God's sakes. It's not even real. Yeah.
It's not even real tournament Tetris.
Yeah, it's all this, like, European rules with, like, ladders and bullshit, and you can, like, have a better match record than your opponent, you know, the other players, but still lose. Like, well, I mean, it's all kinds of European stuff. Like, I don't know. That should not be the highest prize pool online. 85,000 for Fractal, 81,000 for Cheez.
Cheez does have the pace lead though, because he's a few lanes behind. Never mind.
Yeah, you and your pace lead. This is like James Chen and Tetris rate.
Well, I mean, it is true though. I mean, what do you want me to say? A Fractal's got a lead.
Yeah, and then explain why it's not really a lead. I don't know. It's all right. No, you're good. Oh no, Cheez! And he's gonna burn this away. Wow. Oh my god. Oh, and he does the same thing.
The same misdrop.
Oh my god. He's making the same misdrop every time. This is like Oof means egg moment here. We just made the like identical misdrop with that S piece.
S5 taps. He was doing the same S misdrop earlier.
Oh my goodness. So Fractal's gonna get the heart. Cheez is gonna get a heartbreaking top out here at 95,000. And Fractal is up 2 games to none. Oh my god. He did it once and it was amazing that he got out of it. And then just to do it all over again with that same damn S piece. Was that a failure of like finesse? Is that because the S would hit the wall on the left, or what was that exactly?
I don't know. It could be that he just like missed the 5 tap, but
right, yeah. Well, I think
there is a chance he rotated too late.
Yeah, I think the first one was missing the 5 tap, but I think the second one might have been rotating too late. I'm not sure, but I don't know anything. I'm an idiot. All right, we got 2 hover 3s from these players, so they are ready. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Igonzi saying they signed up for the Cheez Patreon. So you know what? I don't know what the thresholds are, but even $1 a month, that'll get this guy some internet, you know? I mean, like, you'll be a part of it, so.
Yeah, if enough people give
Yeah.
them $1 a month.
We have 426 people watching right now. If everybody subscribed for like a quarter, he can get some pretty bomb internet. Messick's with the online facts. I'm gonna read that one out loud. Messick's once online facts. Messick's once joined a CTL Season 0 stream in 2019. Asked if he could join. Then the host said, "I'm sorry, we don't allow cheaters," and banned him. That's good. I just need that on YouTube. Not that we ever upload to YouTube. Anyway, 46,000 for Fractal, 25,000 for Cheez.
I was gonna say the pace lead thing again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna restrain myself.
I would, yeah. I mean, you can once in a while. I mean, we have to get this stat. I mean, I do want to get the stat up there eventually, but I just think that Tetris Champ tool, while it's really cool, I think it's really hard for like we tried to do it in the DILF tournament. I don't know if you know that there was a DILF tournament, but
I remember the DILF tournament.
Yeah, and it was just a mess. Like, nobody could get it working, and it's not because, you know, the tool is bad or anything. It just wasn't obvious for everyone. Not everyone has like infinite time to figure out these kind of things, so it needs to be a little more user friendly.
Well, I mean, you tried it out on the DILF tournament. Isn't the average age of that tournament a little over the average age of Masters event?
Yeah, true, a little bit, but you know, it just involves going to a website, and I would imagine most people, like at least in their 30s, you know, are like understand how to go to a website, but apparently not. You have a point though. I mean, there's a lot of old dads.
I've tried to set up Master Champs before. It is like a little confusing. I could see how it could be difficult for a couple people.
Right.
You'd have to try to get some of the top players to figure it out before the tournament. Like, set it up in advance. You couldn't rely on them just having it ready for the tournament.
Right. And the one thing we know that a lot of these players don't do is like plan or prepare for anything. Like, you can't schedule them for anything. You can't say, please be ready with this or that. Like, it's just not. But after like 4 years of doing this, I know, believe me.
Everyone will show up like a handful of minutes late, or they'll show up and say, oh, I haven't warmed up yet.
Yeah, exactly. All right, 264 for Fractal, 262 for Cheez. Line count pretty similar. So I don't know if Jake has any observations about the pace lead now.
Well, they're at the same line count, so not really.
All right, thank you. Very good. Glad we have Jake here to clarify the pace lead for us. Fractal with the Tetris, he's at 288 now. When is CC red bracket? I'm not sure. I think we have 5 of the 8 brackets for CTM Masters and Challengers locked down, and there's 2 or 3 of them that are kind of like they're never going to get it together. And unfortunately, one of them is the Corian bracket, and it's like he has been back. You know, he hasn't played for several months, and now it's like there's all these scheduling shenanigans, and no one's available, and it's like trying to schedule with someone in Japan is so hard, you know. So I don't.
He's in an awkward position and frozen.
He is frozen, which is also his favorite movie. Just in case you didn't know that. Oh, Cheez is gonna top out. That is a top out. Okay,
Cheez's cap is very saturated.
Yes, it is. And his board is very saturated as well with pieces. And that is going to do it for Cheez. Cheez with the top out at 294. Fractal is good. Another huge pace for Fractal. 416 through 98 lines. But Fractal is going to get the heart. And that is it, everybody. We have Fractal will be representing who? They will be representing the orange bracket in Classic Tetris Monthly Masters Semifinals. And where's the bracket? All right, I'm gonna try to refresh it. I want everyone to close their eyes because you're gonna get like flashed right here. So just close your eyes. Now I'm gonna hit refresh. Right? That'll, yeah.
I didn't close my eyes.
Yeah, you didn't close your eyes, stupid. I told you to. But, so anyway, here it is. We have got Fractal getting through Noodle and Cheez. He will be in the semifinals. We've got 3 more brackets to go this month, and some pretty hype players here. Of course, we got the return of BV. It was difficult for him. He had a few. He was like down in futures, like it was really a mess. But it seems like he's gotten it back together again. We got Pixelandy, of course. Alex T. Oh, Alex T might have withdrawn though. I think Alex T withdrew.
Oh yeah, didn't he withdraw?
I think he did, but I don't know. Maybe.
Hey, no way, Corion's back? That's crazy.
Corion is back, and he's in the same bracket as Eric ICX and Tetris Time and Guerrero. So that's going to be a cool bracket. Sidnev versus Jerpy Dude should be pretty hype. Dog playing Tetris. Somalian Captain is no match for Dog, but whatever. It'll be Dog anyway, so we'll love that. So we got some hype players here. A lot of former champions. So it should be a really great month for Masters.